Hey guys, it's Shelby, and today I wanted to tell you guys some of the things that I have bought recently. So I made a video talking about all the things that I talked myself out of buying last month or at the beginning of this month, and a lot of you guys said that you would be interested in seeing a video about all the things that I did buy. So it's essentially kind of like a monthly favorites, but that's only because I'm being very conscious of what I am buying. So I'm only really buying things that I either need or really have thought about, right? So it's kind of like a monthly favorites, if you will. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. And actually, I don't know if we'll be able to do these every month, because if we're talking about things other than essentials, the things I'm about to show you today, actually I've bought over the last month or two, and I think one of them might have even been more than 2 months ago, and I only have a handful of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let's go. So the first thing I bought recently is actually the thing I'm reading my list out of, and it's a bullet journal. So this journal is bound by just thread, so biodegradable thread, and this is just a hardcover and it just has regular paper. There's nothing super sustainable about it other than it's all biodegradable material because it's all natural material, and it was $5. $5 at Michael's. I saw a lot of people who are doing bullet journaling, like linking to journals in their descriptions, and they were like $30, $40 journals. And I know that it's not a really expensive, especially when you're thinking in terms of having this journal for at least a year. I think that you would definitely get your money's worth out of it. But a lot of those are actually like half the size of this one, and I wanted something bigger because I write pretty big, and I wanted to just be able to make it something like statement, like, if that makes sense. Like when I open this book and I see my calendar, it's like, that's my calendar. I have a lot of shit to do. You know, it's not like just kind of jotting things down small. I can get out like my full thoughts on a page if I need to. I don't have to worry about space or anything like that. So this is something that I bought recently. Like I said, it was only $5, but this is like my Bible now. I've had it for probably 2 months, and everything I think, everything I need to track, whatever. This thing is like my life now. So yeah, if you're looking for something like this, head to Michael's. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to share with you guys is actually not something I bought, but it is something new that I got. So a company called Charlie Feist. I'm not completely sure how to say it. It's either Feist or Feast. The brand is named after a dog that was known for like traveling with travelers, which I think was really cool. Like they would just like kind of take this dog on them with their travels, and he just liked to accompany people and like keep them safe. I thought that was super cool. But they're making their backpacks out of recycled PET, so recycled water bottles, and all the leather is vegan, so it's a very sustainable brand. Their mission is super cool. They actually gave me a discount code for you guys, and so I'll leave that in the description box. But I'm really excited about this because the only bag I have to carry things is my work bag, which is also vegan leather, and I can link where I got that below too. It's really cool. But I'm excited about this because my work bag always has my work stuff in it, and to take all my work stuff out every time I get home in order to like pack stuff that I may need to go on like a weekend trip or just for a day downtown or anything like that. You know, I don't really have a purse is basically what I'm saying. And actually I have found that to be a super big problem whenever I forget to bring like my to-go containers when I go out to eat. So I don't have a purse that I carry, so I don't think to put it in my bag. Whereas now that I've had this bag, you guys, my utensil roll stays in here. My to-go things are I'm much more mindful of them. My water bottle I've never been inconsistent about, but it fits in here too. And then I can put my cameras in here, which is also super helpful. I've been vlogging a lot for mine and Madison's channel, and it has this pocket out here where I can keep my phone. So this weekend I actually used this, and I kept my phone, my vlog camera, my chapstick, and my sunscreen in this pocket, so it was really easily accessible, and something I've also never had in a backpack. I'm really nerding out over this, can you tell? So in there's like an actual sleeve where I can put my laptop, and it's helpful because it's not going everywhere and it's secure, and it makes me feel like it's a lot safer. If you guys want to see like a what's in my bag video, I can do that. Let me know in the comments if you'd want to see something like that. But I'm in love with this bag. I know that these backpacks, like these smaller cutesy kind of backpacks, are in trend, and I think it's really cool when you can support a company who is doing something sustainable, making their trendy things out of more sustainable materials. And even though these smaller type cutesy backpacks are like in style right now, a backpack is timeless. You can always use a backpack. I I had the same backpack all throughout college, and I only like got rid of it whenever I quit college because I thought I wouldn't need it anymore. But this has proven to be super, super key in helping me reduce my waste and just feel more organized when I'm outside of my house in general. Speaking of sunscreen, I don't know if this counts because I feel like it's kind of a necessity, and in this series I'm not counting like necessities. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you every piece of food I bought for like 2 or 3 months. What? But this is like things that I bought that I didn't necessarily need. Sunscreen, I think, is kind of a need, but I wanted to share this one with you guys anyway. So this one is by a brand called All Good. This sunscreen is 50 SPF, which is amazing. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm pretty white and I burn pretty easily. So I used this past weekend and it helped me a lot. I was literally outside all day at a cornhole board tournament, if you guys know what that is. It was a fundraiser for my sister's organization at her school, but I was outside and this was again in my handy dandy backpack in this easy accessible pocket, so I was able to just like get it out and put it on, because I think a lot of times we know where we're gonna be, but sometimes we don't. So like particularly this weekend, I didn't know where this cornhole tournament was gonna happen, if it was gonna be under a pavilion or inside or outside in the sun, and it just so happens I was out there for like 3 hours in the sun. And having this on hand, because it is so small, was really helpful. And since it is in a little tin like this, it's plastic free, which sorry, hold on. I just put my nail marks in there. But a lot of you guys have been asking me about more zero waste alternatives for sunscreen as we're moving into like spring and summer. And so right now, this is the one I'm testing out. It's called All Good. Like I said, 50 SPF, which is really great. And I think it only has like 5 ingredients. It does rub in clear. It is reef safe and biodegradable. And like I said, in a plastic free little tin. So I will link this one below as well. That's something that I also recently purchased. Couple more things that I wanted to talk about. The first one is my bamboo pot scraper. So I got this actually like a month or 2 ago. I've had it for a little while. I actually have already used this quite a few times and it still looks brand new, which I think is really awesome. So if you guys have switched to biodegradable natural bristle brushes, you know that they don't scrub stuff off quite as easily, or you don't have one of those sponges where you can like actually put your force into it without the bristles like spreading out like that. At least that's been my experience. And if you don't know also, I don't have a regular kitchen in my garage apartment, so my stove thing is a little weird and I burn things a lot, is what it is. And this pot scraper has been able to help me out by letting me scrape off those tough burned things, and so I just think that's really cool. I posted it on Instagram and a lot of people were asking me where I got it, and I actually found out that you can use these to like scrape ice off of your windshield up north. We don't have that problem here, but people were telling me they were going to get some to use it for that, and so I think this is really cool. It's been really helpful. Obviously it's completely biodegradable and I'm just a fan, so I'll link this below for you guys to pick one up if you think it would help you out as well. Last thing I want to talk about that I bought is something called an Oya. So for those of you who don't already know, I did recently get into my community garden here in Austin, and it's been really great. We have been growing things, having some success and some not so success. You can check out those videos over on mine and Madison's channel. I will link that here, our channel. I think this is where you link things. And if I'm wrong, then it's over here. Whatever, you can click on it. I plan to do like tip and trick type videos on this channel once I figure things out. I see your request for that, but right now I don't have much advice to give you because I don't know that much. This is my first time ever gardening. My grandma and my mom are very much into gardening, or my grandma was and my mom is, but I didn't learn a lot from them, so I don't really know anything. My garden right now is completely trial and error, and I do plan to share, like I said, more things as things progress and I do figure things out. But right now, I'm just kind of giving little garden updates on mine and Madison's channel. Anyway, I say all that to say we bought something called an Oya. So they're basically like clay pots, like a regular, I think it's a regular terracotta material. I'm actually not completely sure, but basically what it does is the water can seep through the Oya. So you bury the Oya, you fill it up with water, and then your plants can wrap their roots around it and take water from it as they need it. Apparently this is like super imperative in Texas summers to have these, everyone in our garden had them, and they're kind of pricey. They're like $30 a piece, but they were really important, I think, to get. So we did get them, and if we decide we want to resell them when we're done with them, then we can do that and someone else can use them. But we got those hopefully to ensure that our plants will do well throughout the Texas heat and all those sort of things. So we bought 2 of them, and yeah, that was just something. It's one of the probably the biggest purchase I've made in a while. Okay guys, well that was it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. And if you're excited to see what I talked myself out of buying, should be coming up in a week or 2. Usually within the first week of the month is when I plan to post them. So get excited for that, all the new series. I really like them, and I think you guys are liking them too, and I really appreciate it. So that's all. And remember, until next time, create the peace.